Greetings, Flesh Wound Horror freaks, and welcome to Flesh Wound Horror. I am Flesh Wound Dan, joined by producer Todd.
Good evening.
And Pugs Dread.
Namaste, Springfield.
So, better late than never, but we're here to cover the Simpsons Treehouse of Horror special for this year, and Not It as well, which came first. Yeah. Todd's looking kind of festive. You got like a devilish thing going on right now, Todd.
I'm Sinister Minister cosplaying, I guess.
There you go. There you go. Where's Tajiri, man? Where's
Who better?
Biss?
Oh, shit, I got Dan.
Those DVDs are not mine.
It's a deep cut there.
Shouldn't we have a Halloween background anyway?
Let's do that. Yeah. Keep that there.
There we go.
There you go.
It's Halloween time still, because Fox doesn't know what a calendar is. Goddamn baseball.
Yeah.
Although they did play
baseball.
Not It before Halloween, so I'll give them props for that. But
Why is baseball even the national pastime? It's kind of a pussy sport. You hit a ball with a stick.
again, baseball fans, you can, yeah,
It's a pretty big deal across the country, Dan, but if you don't like it, fuck it, I guess.
You can't even like hit anybody with the bat.
Cockfighting's Dan's sport.
That was legal in Georgia
See?
until like the 80s. So, yeah.
Now they just use their actual cocks. But anyway, we're not here to talk about that.
It's a different kind of
We should talk about the Astros if we're talking about baseball, since they're Homer's team.
All right. So, guys, without further ado, we'll get right into it. So, first up, we have Not It, which is a Treehouse of Horror inspired one-off, I guess. Do we call this? Because it did have the Treehouse of Horror presentation. So, yeah. So young Homer and his friends are terrorized by a killer clown in a special Treehouse of Horror presentation spoofing Stephen King's It. The first and the second one, which I thought was kind of cool. We kicked this one off with a young Ralph floating his boat down the drain, and where he meets Crusto the clown.
Hold on, he was trying to convince himself that this is fun. Like he was riding the short bus. He was just like, "Oh, this is fun."
I mean, it's pretty cool, smartphones, Todd, you're old enough. Do you ever, roll?
Did you ever sail your boat down?
No.
It's just like,
This is the wrong part of the country for all that bullshit, right?
It rains once in a while, Todd.
you could have put a hose. The
That's not where I put my hose, but
different kind of. There were no hose when you were what?
There's always hose.
5.
I know, yeah.
Yeah.
I was running in the playground. What are you talking about?
But I did like the opening. He gets bit. Keep the boat. So yeah, I had a lot of fun with this one. I kind of almost wish we did have more, like, just one-off stories like this where
I think all of their
whole parody.
I think all of their one-offs, not necessarily just this one, but like the last Halloween special and the Thanksgiving
special too.
Like all of those have for those times have surpassed like the actual Treehouse those years. And I don't know if that's
those
the case
years.
Yet. That's what I said. I don't know if that's the case yet, but we'll find out.
Yeah.
I like how Simpsons can still fat shame. It's one of the few things. It's like grandfathered in. Crusto. What's the difference between eating a Twinkie and a fat kid? It's like, I won't feel guilty when I eat the fat kid.
Well, that's going to go away with the poo eventually.
I was going to say that's when Simpsons will land. It'll just be like you can't fat shame Homer, can't make fun of Lisa anymore. It'll all
They
go
make
away.
fun of Lisa?
They make fun of Lisa all the time. Lisa's the egghead. Well, they make fun of everybody. I'm
I
not
was
saying
gonna say they don't really just focus on her,
Lisa,
but
Yeah, I was gonna
but-
say
Lisa
yeah.
does seem the type though. We're like, please
Yeah.
respect my pronouns. One of those. Blow my saxophone, Lisa, when you're of age. Although she's technically like my age,
I'll
old
just
bitch.
cut this
I was
all
gonna
stupid.
say it's like 49 or something at this point. I just saw Yardley Smith just got married, actually, like in July, a few months ago.
What was
so,
her? What was her partner's name?
It was some cop. I don't know, some ex cop.
Okay, an ex-cop.
Ex cop. Yeah, what did you guys think of this one?
Well, for me, I thought it was fantastic. I loved the latest It. Well, at least the first part. The second one wasn't as strong as the first one, and then the original TV series was great.
The second half wasn't strong as the original.
That also too. I think it's just like the younger kids. I just care more. But in the Simpsons, their version, I cared throughout their entire timeline. I think they nailed it perfectly. It was funny as we expect the Simpsons to be. Actually, funnier than normal because I don't really like watch the show anymore. But when I do check in, I'm like, I remember it being a lot better than this. This was like a return to form, and then later on we'll get into it too because this was a good year for the Simpsons and their horror specials. I like it. I want more of this. I hope they do more Stephen King. I hope they do more like just, I like this horror movie. Let's play with that. Because this is a fantastic idea. Not just like the shorts in the Treehouse of Horror or Terror, but a whole episode. Top notch. Top notch.
Yeah, I liked Comic Book Man in this one.
Scumbag. Comic book guy. How dare you? He's not a man.
Comic book guy.
Respect his pronouns.
Mo doing the heavy metal puppet show. And, yeah, I would like to see more. And I love the Stephen King stuff at the end. It's like, let's do Tommy Knocker.
Do it all, man.
not one of the more beloved Stephen King stories, too, which I thought was funny.
I remember being excited because Tracy Lords was in it when I was a kid.
God damn it, this isn't what I thought it was going to be. Different kinds of knockers.
Right.
That O-M-M-Y were the wrong letters. I thought it was an I and double T.
I'm almost 3 hours in and not a single tit. Just Jimmy Smith and Mark Helgenberg.
Well, to be fair, Dan, I could only get 2 hours in because it was a 2-night event.
This is true. They're gonna have the titties at night too.
No, I knew how
Bullshit.
I knew how network television worked.
Okay.
I know Dan was still hoping when he was watching like Night Court. Come on, Marky, post Pop and Titty.
NYPD Blue had some female ass one time. That
I
was
just
cool.
remember the Dan ass.
More than one time. I mean, I don't quite get like you got more Dennis Franz than anything.
That's that's the Dan.
I don't quite get that though. Like even like I'm that's fine. Appeal to the ladies, but
That was
and men that are into that. Let's not discriminate.
Are there really a lot of gay dudes that want to fuck Dennis Franz though?
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure.
I mean, I think if I'm in like charge
Dan
of
again
creative, I'm
speaking
like,
for his community. Or the
There's a whole there's a whole fucking community that likes that style.
maybe,
like you
but
got
I-
Dan's like, where's women that do?
otters and whatever. There's a whole they got a whole rainbow of shit.
All
Something
the
like-
places gotta get cut.
like fucking
Really?
Fucking Dan.
like banging.
There
the
would
animal?
definitely be a shorter version on YouTube.
What's an otter?
It's
assume
it's
it's
like a
not
bear, but
bestiality.
it's a bear, but it's like a thinner version.
But then that's not a bear, is it? I'm confused.
said-
I don't know.
Okay, they're hairy. They're like they got the facial hair like a
Ah,
bear, but
okay.
they're not fat or big. They're
All
just
right, I get it.
I thought
get
otter
it.
was a hair. See, this is why it all has to get cut out.
No, this
Otter
is
was a
awesome.
hair.
This all stays.
No, this stays on Patreon. This
you don't
yeah.
edit.
This fucking guy called he actually referred it to my off-air name of American Horror Story Cruise, and he said that on air on the live show. I was like,
What's wrong with that? It's hilarious.
Oh, I have to watch that. Well,
exactly
well,
what
this is
it
getting
No.
cut, so whatever.
Yeah, no, this will be on Patreon. Patreon exclusive, guys.
I'm glad you caught me because I was about to say the N-word. Okay.
But anyways, yeah, I just say, Jimmy, you got to show your dick. Nobody wants to see Dennis Franz's ass.
How the fuck did we get to that?
We talking about
Dan's just
It
mad.
doesn't make sense.
He's mad more men want his ass than his.
I'm fair. I'll give something to the ladies, but I'm
Dan,
fair.
I don't understand it, so it doesn't make sense to me. I
Would
hate
not
it.
more women and gay dudes want to fuck Jimmy Smith than Dennis Franz? I think he's winning that.
Not being attracted to men that much, I do not know. Neither one of them are my type.
I'm pretty sure if a gun was held to our heads, we'd all fuck Jimmy Smith.
Well, we know Dan
I mean,
would.
If you got
there's
a
a gun in my head. I'm doing mostly
If
whatever
you
the
got
fuck
a
you say.
gun to my head, I'm bending Jimmy Smith over the table and I'm doing.
Oh
what
no,
the
Dan,
rest
you're
of them
getting
done.
bent over. Jimmy Smith doesn't bother.
You're getting that jalapeno, however the fuck you say it.
But anyway,
That would have watched Me Familiar.
this was supposed to be a Simpsons show, and they're talking
You're the one who
about
started
blood
talking about
fucking-
Dennis Franz's asshole.
I didn't talk about his asshole. I said nobody. He didn't show his asshole.
Oh, you're
as
right.
far
It was
as I'm
Jimmy
aware.
Smith's asshole.
Yeah, Jimmy Smith's his asshole. Get
All
it
right, you know, yeah.
you fuck.
We should probably move along. We're supposed to be doing another show.
So yeah, Simpsons, wholesome, sort of, kind of. No ass.
Okay, I'm cutting right here, Dan. Clean it up and go.
All right, here we go.
Throw a towel at him.
So I did find the whole ending with the aliens. I thought that was really funny. There's endless Stephen King things you could do. I mean that. Not that Tommy Knockers is obscure, but I think he's well known enough. You could even grab an obscure story. I'm trying to think other stuff that they have.
Storm of the Century is getting a second life since it hit Hulu.
Yeah, that's wild.
This is what I'm telling you. Streaming makes a difference because these
Okay.
people watching that now would have never watched Storm of the Century a year ago when they had to search it out.
You're also way more forgiving to streaming, and I don't know if we're gonna cover Wakanda Forever ever, but that was garbage. And if it would have been streaming, I would have been okay with it any fucking way.
I don't know that would work for the Langoliers though. I think that one.
Is
Yeah,
that
it's
another
just-
one that went on Hulu too? I don't even remember, but
might be.
But The
It's cool.
Simpsons.
But yeah, Simpsons. I like the problematic old tweets gag and MAGA dude. And I wish it was Necro Butcher in Simpsons form, but yeah, this was actually really cool. I mean, they kind of
MAGA
cover all the
Butcher, say it
bases.
right.
MAGA Butcher. I think they covered all the bases, and I thought this was really good. Like I said, I do like these one-offs where you get a little more time. I didn't think going in, I was like, oh wow, they're gonna cover like both. That's pretty fucking cool.
I didn't watch it live. I watched it on Hulu, and like that, it just flowed beautifully. I'm like, oh, this is they got their shit together this year.
Absolutely. So
recommended. Go watch it on Hulu.
check it out. I think we all recommend it. Even
Do
if
we do we rate these things? I don't even remember.
I don't think we do. But
It's been like
Whatever.
2 years.
4.5 out of 5.
a recommendation. It's gonna 22
Yeah, I'd be a
minutes.
4.5. Yeah, there we
we'll
go.
just call that.
There you go.
All
Dan's
right.
like, whatever.
So moving
I
on
said no.
to season 30. Season 34, episode 6, Simpsons Treehouse of Horror 33. And so this one, I kind of like. I kind of miss. You know, it's funny. Sometimes I say I kind of miss the opening, but I think it helps getting right into it too. So I don't know. This one I'm going to allow it because I do think the third story, which we'll get into, could have used a little more time. But we open up with
All of them.
we open up with the Pookadook, which is awesome. Marge reading to Maggie and the book, the pop-up, reading a pop-up book to Maggie, and the book just won't die. So what did you think of this one? It's so cool that we're tackling like this. I still want the Simpsons a Serbian film.
You motherfucker. You know what? I don't. Because I did not enjoy Maggie crying in this episode. That's the only thing I had a really, really big problem with. I'm like, oh my God, that's that's my friend. What the fuck Pookadook? But it was a great fucking spoof off of the Babadook. Yeah, again though, Maggie crying took me out of it. I'm like, you need to fucking not do that. I want to save her. But yeah, funny stuff. Yeah, funny. I was gonna bring up the crying again because that really bothered the fuck out of me, and I was shocked.
Really?
Yeah, because she's I've never heard her cry like that for that long. Not cool.
I thought crying babies had a different effect on you. Pugs,
Not
but
when it's babies I know or care about. Maggie's off limits. Although you get Stewie up in there, we can Serbian film the fuck out of that lemonade.
They might be able to get away with the Serbian film gag. Like they'd have to be kind of vague with it, but yeah, Brian's like
no. All Stewie has to mention the time he was in Serbia.
There you go. There you go.
I don't want to go back there.
And then Peter makes some comment. Yeah, we do that again.
They got the bags on the head.
Where did we go off?
It fits. All right. So yeah, the Pookadook. I thought it was a fun little opening. Yeah, I would have liked a slipcover joke. They didn't tap into that at all.
That's funny.
I know Dan still doesn't understand the origin of that, but we won't do that one again.
The Pookadook becomes an icon for the gay community. That would have been funny. Just throw a gag in there. But yeah, I enjoyed
gag
the first
on what?
So anyways,
this was way better than the movie because that fucking movie I can't.
I love Babadook.
I do too.
Babadook.
It was fine the first time. Now I can't. It's just fucking yeah.
All right. Story.
That was before the slipcover, though. I have that makes no difference on me.
That's true. Maybe they'll release this and we'll get that slipcover for Pookadook.
I don't think so, Dan.
We can make one.
You can make one. That's true. All right. So I'm going to be honest. I'm not as familiar with Death Note. So our next story, Death Tome, there might be some things over my head. But yeah, this is an anime style episode. It's fun seeing the different characters in anime form. That has been done. But this was like more like straight anime. And yeah, I kind of like, I mean, I have like a vague idea. I know the live action ones. I've seen previews for those and people talking about them.
You never seen the original, Dan? Like the older one? Not the Netflix show?
Yeah, I
think you might like it. A friend of mine was like obsessed with it, so I'm familiar. I don't like love that stuff, but I thought they nailed it pretty well. Stuck to majority of it because you write the name and how you want them to die, and that's what happens. And I do like that it got nitpicky, where it's like, oh no, that Blender setting was a different setting. It's puree, not whatever the fuck she said. That was cool. But my favorite part of that story was seeing them drawn differently. I like interpretations, and that was pretty cool. Seeing Homer and fucking Mr. Burns at dinner like that. It felt fun.
I liked I'm the harbinger of Jeff. My name is Steve Johnson. It's like Steve Johnson was an exotic name when I first became. I thought that. Is it just me, or does Burns look like Joe Biden now? I saw it in this episode. Now I can't like unsee it. It's hilarious.
I don't see it, but that's cool.
We need a political spoof. We've had Trump on Simpsons before. We need like a political spoof.
He died there.
That is true.
He should just become a martyr already. That'd be great.
So yeah, a little bit over my head, but I still think funny, even if I don't know the source material. Todd, are you a Death Note guy?
I'm not, but I know the source material, and I've watched a little of it. Because when the craze was going on and like the movie was, I was like, well, I'm going to check it out. I didn't check it out long, and I watched more Power Rangers episodes. Pug,
fuck
so.
Yeah! Goddamn right.
So
yeah, good shit.
Yeah, good stuff. The way they took out Burns, I thought that was hilarious. Like, I want him to have a dignified death, and then he just passes out on the grill. All right. So, moving on to Now this I do know, and that is Simpsons World, our third story, which I wish we had more time here. See, this one just felt like really short. And again,
This
I watched
tickled all the member berries, dude. Where's my burrito?
So, what did you think?
Oh, this is a fucking masterpiece of an episode. It's giving me Westworld, which I fucking love, and we all know that here, and it's giving me old Simpsons episodes and like one-liners. The "Where's my burrito?" The fucking monorail. Come the fuck on! This is fucking fantastic. Dan, you are correct. Next year they should do a whole fucking episode like they did with Not It. I watched this episode like 3 or 4 times. I'm like, there's no way it's fucking this good, and it is. It's fucking great. I don't want to give too much away, but it's gonna tickle your member berries so hard you might jizz a little.
I wanted to see Ed Harris drag like Marge into like the.
Yeah, but Marge is not a liar.
The hair. God damn. All right.
The truth is about to come out, and you all can fucking lick my scrotum.
What's going on today?
Monorail.
Yeah, so I did. I love the army of Ralphs that attacked and or not
Security?
Ralph. What's his name? Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Ralph.
Ralph.
Wiggum.
Ralph. My
Yeah.
bad. Sorry.
Yeah. I think you're thinking of Martin, but no, it's not.
Yeah.
The security guys are all Ralph.
That
What?
was
The security was Ralph, right?
No, he was
No.
the one pointing at the.
No, I know, but weren't they like the security? Like
Oh,
they all
yeah.
dressed- That's what. Yeah.
And you know, the Simpsons have parodied Westworld before when they went to Krusty Land with a mouse, a cheese.
Yes.
Yeah, I thought they did, and I was trying to remember, and I couldn't.
It's
Like,
felt new though.
episode,
But wasn't
but-
that parodying the movie? Was that before the series?
Before the series, way before.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So, because this one's very series specific versus movie specific.
Yeah. No, it. I got to get around to watch.
So if they do another one, it's probably going to suck.
I've got to get around to watching the end of it, but it was.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I gave up, even though there's one season left.
Wow.
It'll eventually get to me.
So I did.
Lord of the Rings.
There's subtle
I haven't
stuff
finished
from that groaning statue getting destroyed and everything. I popped, and then the end. I don't really know Bob's Burgers, so that part's a little over my head, but I still thought it was funny. South Park Land.
Fuck yeah, Rick and Morty, Family Guy.
Yeah.
That amazing. If we were rating this part, the segment, 5 out of 5, easy. That was just too fucking good.
This saved this episode for me because I was like, on the first,
Really?
the first two, yeah. I don't like the Babadook, so
But they make
it was
fun of
cool,
it.
man.
Well, you know what? Maggie's trying. I'm with you.
And then the second one, while it was cool to see the different animation style, it wasn't enough for me. Like as of this point, Not It, hands down, till we get this segment, and then it's for me, it's too close to call.
Okay, I'm with you there. This for me is still better. Beat Not It, just by a. I was gonna use it. Well, if I can buy a gun here, if those still exist, or they're coming back.
Don't tell Kruger.
This was a fucking fantastic episode for me. I liked all of them, and then just the fucking cherry on top of this delicious sundae. I don't like cherries, but fuck yeah, awesome.
Absolutely, I agree. So yeah, guys, check these out. It's never too late. I still think it's worth your time to check it out, even before. Yeah, so we're closer to Christmas. It's still
Halloween every day. Come on.
25/8.
every day. So on that note, guys, patreon.com/fleshwoundfeatures, where you might be watching a different version of this, perhaps, and other things, uncensored content, exclusive,
It's
original, very much so. And it all starts at just $1, and you help us out. We appreciate it. I'm sorry, patreon.com/fleshwoundfeatures. Or
Or just click the link in the description.
that's the easiest way, but there you go. Audio, you're covered too. So on that note, good night, guys, and we will see you back here soon. Don't miss Slash Miss.
Good evening.
I'll see you in Disneyland.